A mysterious killer terrorized California, murdering people and sending coded letters to brazenly taunt the police, then vanished like a ghost. The FBI still can't solve his true identity, making him a top unsolved mystery that keeps people intrigued even after many decades of intense investigation, endless speculation, and countless theories. A notorious cult leader ordered his followers to brutally kill 7 innocent people, notoriously grinning creepily in court, and was labeled Hollywood's monster. His disturbing case sparked widespread fear of cults nationwide, showing their dangerous, insidious control over vulnerable people for many years after the brutal killings shocked the world and left a lasting impact. A cunning mafia boss ran casinos and laundered dirty money, expertly dodging laws like a master, frustrating the FBI who couldn't easily catch him. His illicit cash flooded Las Vegas, building a vast crime empire that thrived despite constant law enforcement efforts, shaping the underworld for decades to come and leaving a notorious criminal legacy. He fooled the entire world with a fake autobiography of reclusive billionaire Howard Hughes, expertly tricking everyone until the elaborate scam dramatically collapsed completely. This embarrassing scandal deeply humiliated the publishing world, exposing how easily people can be deceived by a clever, convincing fake story, shaking trust in the industry and becoming a stark cautionary tale. A Harlem drug lord smuggled massive amounts of heroin from Vietnam, lived truly like a king, and kept the FBI chasing him for frustrating years. He even boasted publicly about hiding illicit drugs in soldiers' coffins, proving his bold and incredibly smart tactics in running a massive drug network across the city streets, dominating the underworld and challenging authorities relentlessly. A radical group bombed government buildings to loudly protest the Vietnam War, causing chaos while meticulously avoiding civilian harm. They boldly claimed to be anti-war heroes, but their extreme actions deeply shocked the public and triggered a major crackdown by authorities across the entire country for many years, leaving a highly controversial legacy. Hustler magazine's boss was famously prosecuted for publishing naughty, explicit content that made even judges blush in court. His long, arduous legal battle bravely turned him into a powerful free speech symbol, changing how people viewed adult magazines and their fundamental rights in the media world for decades, sparking ongoing, intense debates on censorship. A mafia boss ran smuggling operations from prison, driving the FBI absolutely crazy as they just couldn't stop his expansive crime network. His illicit influence remarkably lasted well into the 1980s, showing how powerful he remained even while locked up in jail for many years without freedom, controlling operations from behind bars with an iron grip. A billionaire's granddaughter was kidnapped, then shockingly joined her captors to rob banks, astonishing everyone with her sudden, dramatic transformation. She was convicted despite brainwashing claims, leaving a heated, unresolved debate about her true motivations and intentions in the public's mind for years, captivating true crime fans. A Black Panther leader notoriously attacked police and fled abroad, stirring up significant political tension like a sudden storm. He wrote propaganda books from his refuge in Cuba, keeping his passionate fight against injustice alive even while hiding from the law for many years overseas, inspiring activists worldwide. A comedian was famously arrested for using crude, provocative words on stage, sparking arguments with his bold jokes that made people simultaneously laugh and gasp. His landmark case later helped pave the way for much more freedom in comedy and vital speech rights in America for future generations, leaving a lasting cultural impact that reshaped entertainment. Playboy's founder faced serious charges for publishing sexy, groundbreaking photos that got people widely talking and fiercely arguing. His magazine profoundly shaped pop culture, and the crucial legal fight showed how far free expression could go in the media and entertainment world in the US for many years, influencing societal views. A skilled thief broke into hundreds of seemingly impenetrable safes in Washington, earning him the fitting "super thief" nickname until he was finally caught. He even daringly robbed an FBI official's personal home, showing how audacious and fearless he was before the law finally caught up with him after many years of committing high-stakes crimes. He hijacked a Boeing 727, took $200,000, and boldly jumped out with a parachute, leaving the FBI utterly confused and the public utterly fascinated by the enduring mystery. His vanishing act turned him into a lasting folk legend that people still talk about today in intriguing stories, films, and countless wild conspiracy theories. A notorious mafia boss was shot dead at a rally after running extensive smuggling and gambling operations in New York like a dramatic movie plot. His brutal killing started brutal gang wars, shaking the city to its core and revealing the violent, cutthroat world of organized crime at its peak during that era, leaving a bloody legacy. He bravely robbed banks and shot at police in Pennsylvania, escaping like an action movie hero until he was finally caught. He was once a nightmare for local police, who worked tirelessly to bring him to justice after his wild, daring crimes plagued the entire state for many years, terrifying communities. Brett Cowan, a convicted offender, was found responsible for the disappearance of 14-year-old Daniel Morcombe in 2003. After years of investigation, he was arrested and sentenced to life in prison in 2014. The case led to major national discussions about child safety in Australia. A Black Panther leader was charged with violence against police, raising significant racial issues with his bold words and direct actions. He became a powerful civil rights icon, inspiring many to fight against injustice despite his intense legal troubles and constant confrontations with the law, leaving a lasting legacy. A Black Panther member was arrested for riots and controversially gagged in court, making people deeply angry about racial unfairness. His trial, famously called the Chicago Circus, highlighted the severe struggles of the civil rights movement during that tense, turbulent time, sparking widespread outrage and drawing global attention. He brutally killed 25 migrant workers in California, burying their bodies near his farm, shocking everyone with his cruel, brutal acts as a quiet, unassuming farmer. The horrifying case terrified locals and showed how dangerous some seemingly normal people could be while hiding for years, haunting the community and raising unsettling questions. He murdered his wife, mother, and 3 kids in New Jersey, chillingly staged it like a family vacation, and hid for 18 years like a master spy. He was eventually caught thanks to a TV show, ending his incredibly long escape from justice after such a horrific family crime was uncovered, shocking the entire nation. He broke into anti-war offices, got caught spying for President Nixon, and was part of the early Watergate scandal. As a former seasoned CIA agent, his actions started a chain of events that eventually brought down a president and shook the entire government to its core for years, significantly changing the political landscape. A group broke into Democratic headquarters to wiretap rivals, starting a massive scandal that ultimately forced President Nixon to resign. This pivotal event profoundly changed how people trusted the government, showing that even powerful leaders could break the law and face severe consequences, reshaping politics and public perception. He robbed a Brooklyn bank to pay for his partner's surgery, turning the messy, chaotic heist into a media show that famously inspired a Hollywood movie. His wild, compelling story showed how far someone would genuinely go for love, even if it meant breaking the law publicly for years, captivating audiences and adding a unique twist an actor in the film Deep Throat, was prosecuted for spreading porn, sparking intense debates on U.S. obscenity laws. His case turned the movie into a cultural hit, changing how people viewed adult films and their legal limits in society for decades, profoundly influencing censorship laws and public attitudes. He stole a staggering $200 million from trusting investors and fled like a master spy, leaving many people completely broke and furious. He lived in exile until the 1990s, showing how a clever conman could escape justice for years with so much stolen money in his possession, effectively evading authorities globally. A notorious mafia boss was brutally assassinated after running extensive gambling and smuggling operations, sparking violent gang wars like a scene from a gangster movie. His unexpected friendship with Hollywood stars added a strange, intriguing twist to his violent life in the underworld of crime for many years, leaving a notorious legacy. A genius comedian was arrested for using 7 dirty words in his show, causing both laughter and shock among audiences. His landmark case led to a historic Supreme Court ruling on free speech, shaping comedy and expression rights in America for future generations, profoundly influencing media laws and stand-up comedy standards. A genius conman posed as a pilot, doctor, and lawyer, expertly stealing millions before the FBI finally caught him after a long chase. He later notably worked as an FBI consultant, turning his clever tricks into a force for good against fraud for many years, becoming a legendary figure whose story inspired popular books and films. He planned the Watergate break-ins and spied for President Nixon, getting caught when his perfect plan failed spectacularly. As an ex-spy novelist, his prominent role in the scandal added dramatic flair to the fall of a president and a government shaken to its core for years to come, forever altering political history.